Well, it's so good to be finally underway after all this work. I didn't have time for a shakedown cruise, but well, this will be the shakedown cruise, and I will plan my destinations accordingly when I see that everything is working. Well, the electrical system is working and the instruments are working perfectly. I'm running the autopilot now for the first time. It's keeping course perfectly. So today I will just sail down to a small town called Åsgårdstrand, where they're having the Nordic Championship in my old racing class, and I will do some motoring first just to let the engine run for a bit after all that. Well, it was not running last winter. I've been running it on idle in the harbor, of course, for quite a bit, but I will give it a good run now for say an hour before I hoist my sails. And the last thing I did yesterday was putting on the furling Genoa, which looks perfect. And I've just kind of tested the furling system out in the harbor, and it was working perfectly. And the Genoa itself looked perfect as well. So I will give that a go in say 45 minutes or so. I will hoist my sails and we'll do the last bit of sailing. We're talking a distance of say 35 miles, so it's not that far. But the weather is deteriorating in the evening. It's going to be a bit more windy and quite rainy, so I want to be there before that starts. So that's the small town of Drøbak over there, and my home port is over there. It's a race going on shortly from Drøbak Yacht Club. So I will be back when I have set the sails, right? Navy is out practicing. Well, the wind went, or the wind died on me. The forecast said that it would turn south to about 10 knots for a couple hours before it turns north again, and increasing to about 15-20 knots. So I had no other option than starting the engine, and I have about an hour to go to Åsgårdstrand. It's a beautiful day though. It's like a mirror out here. Also, the wind came back, of course, dead against us, as forecasted actually, but I don't have that far to go. It's just a couple of miles, and this is the famous, what to call it, the Alcatraz of Norway. It's like a prison island, but it's where most convicts do the end of the sentence. It's quite an open. It's like an open thing where you can work and live quite freely on the island. And we have Horten, which is like a ferry town behind here. And on this side we have a place called Borre, which is quite famous for archaeological findings from the age of the Vikings. because of south of Åsgårdstrand here we have Tønsberg, which is the well, in the time of the Vikings it was actually the capital of Norway and the oldest town in Norway. It's I think it's about 1100 years old now. So I see my old competitors are out sailing, or training, that is. They have a training camp today, and tomorrow the Nordic Championship will take place. So I will have a short look how they're doing, and then I will get all longside in Åsgårdstrand after. Well, so it's early morning, and I left Åsgårdstrand around 7 o'clock, or just after 7 in the morning, after a couple of nice days there with old friends. It was a really good time, and I'm just kind of motor sailing now further south because oh, not because, there's no reason for it, I'm just dodging around as I want to anyway. But the wind is turning south a little bit later in the day, or late around midday, so I was hoping to get a bit further south before I had the headwinds. So I'm just motor sailing at the moment. I have to charge a little bit after 2 days in port. I don't have shore connection or shore power, so I was depending on my solar and also the engine. So let's see where we end up. I don't plan sailing very far today. Could be that we're only going to the pilot station, which is about 15 miles south from here. And besides everything, it's a really beautiful morning. Can't describe how beautiful this morning is. It's this is what you dream about all winter, isn't it? So sun is up, and the forecast is it's really looking better than yesterday. So it's going to be quite sunny all day. The wind will shift to the south, which will give me headwinds, but not more than gusts up to 12 knots, so we're not talking very much. So my plan was actually to go down towards the pilot station at Vassar, but it's such a beautiful day for sailing. I think I just continued to the south, kind of heading towards Sweden in a way, but definitely the east part of Norway, or the southeast part. So we'll just see where we end up, and I just want to enjoy this day of sailing. Got the autopilot working perfectly, got the solar panel up over there, and it's not giving that much, but it's providing what it's giving back what the autopilot is using, to put it this way. So I'm quite happy. So let's see where we end up. Well, the wind died on me again. Well, it's slowly coming back from the south now, as they forecasted, but it looks like I have decided to head down for, let's see what the day brings, but I will head down for the Fredrikstad area or south of that, and I might even sail all the way down to the northern islands of Sweden, the Kuster Islands. But I just take it hour by hour, and I see where it brings me. Still a beautiful day. This is the island of Rauer, which held an old fortress in the old days, 60, 70, 80 years ago. So I will head inside these islands here, and that would bring me to the famous race course at Hanke, which held many world championships and European championships and all through the years. And this year I think they're hosting the what is it, IRC Europeans or IRC Worlds, I can't remember, in July. Well, I managed to do some more sailing, but the wind died down again. So I'm heading up the fairways towards Fredrikstad. I will not go to Fredrikstad, but I will go past Fredrikstad to the Hvaler Islands. And now I'm entering narrow, nice passage called Kjøkesundet, which is very nice. So I'm well into this passage here, Kjøkesundet, as it's called in Norwegian. Beautiful place. It's a pity they don't have any guest pontoons or anything like that here. But actually it's quite a busy fairway, not only for pleasure yachts. We actually sail ships up to 100 meters and well, not too much draft through here as well. So it's one of the fairways up to Fredrikstad, let's say. So I reached my destination for today, which is Edholmen Marina, north on the island of Kirkøy, outside Fredrikstad. Never been here before. It was really more tempting to find a small bay and anchor, but my back is not the best at the moment, and it's also a bit windy. The forecast is a bit windy for tonight. No, not much, but say 20 knots or something. So I wanted to find a nice sheltered guest pontoon so I could have a good rest before I think I sail to Sweden tomorrow. Unfortunately, a lot of motoring today, but it looks better with the wind tomorrow. So let's see how that goes, right? And I'm also thinking about having my first swim of the year tomorrow. Well, I have left Edholmen, making my way out through the between the skerries here. The rain came. It was quite beautiful this morning. I actually had a swim, which was very refreshing. But the thing is, I'm going in that direction, again, towards Sweden, and hopefully, by the looks of it, it will be better weather. So the rain just don't want to let go, and it looks grey for a while yet. But now, when these two are in line, I'm in Sweden. seconds more. Sorry about the filming. I'm not sure what the destination today will be. Just have to see how long this rain keeps going and take it from there. That's us in Sweden now, huh? Well, so I reached my destination for today. It was quite wet today, and I felt for going in early and have some dinner after just the waterfall. So this is between the coastal islands, which are the most northern islands on the Bohuslän coast, the Swedish west coast. And let's see if we find it's normally very crowded in here, but let's see if we can find a dock. So I'm moored at the beautiful coastal islands, and my boat is over there, and it's a perfect place to be, especially this time of the year when everything is so quiet. The backside is that nothing is open, so it's not even possible to get a beer here. But I will have a nice walk and stretch my legs a bit. So I'm walking up to the famous Kustarbunten, which is a lighthouse on top of the mountain here. Well, hill is more precise, and it's supposed to be a very nice view up there. I feel a little bit stupid because I think I've been there before, but I can't remember. It's quite a few years since I was here last time, but it's not that far, so we'll see when we get up there. Well, I made it to the top, and it's not that far. I have to blame my stamina more than the walk, to be honest. So that's heading south on the Swedish coast. Denmark is over there somewhere, and the Skagerrak. And this is the archipelago of the southeast of Norway, the area I came from. I actually came from over there. And in here we have the city of, or town of Strömstad in Sweden. It's like a famous shopping spot for Norwegians going over the border. Things tend to be a little bit cheaper in Sweden. So the day turned out quite nice in the end after a rainy sail. It's like walking in paradise here. It's just unbelievable. Never done this this walk here before, and well, that's the beautiful thing, isn't it? You visit somewhere, you see things, and then you come back and you get to see new things. Beautiful. Well, so I left the coastal islands about half an hour ago, and you can see the harbour entrance behind me over there. And now I'm passing a small lighthouse here, can't recall the name. We got her wings spread, and we're heading south, heading down south the Kosterfjord. And where we will end up today is still a good question, or an open question. The only thing that is absolutely certain is that I have to stop somewhere for water and provisions, because I'm more or less out of everything. I haven't had a beer in 2 days. Sounds quite crazy to say that, but when you're on the boat, a beer after arrival is always nice, as you may know. So first of all, I will just head down the Kosterfjord, and I might do a stop at Havstensund, which is not that far. I haven't checked the distance, but a good guess would be 8-9 miles from here. We will see. So I'm making my way through the skerries here. I'm finally on the inside. Still not much wind, but just enough to slide down the coast here and just enjoying the view. So few people out, it's quite peaceful out here. Had a fisherman here a few minutes ago, can't see him, it's a little bit ahead of us. See these islands, this is very typical for the Bohuslän coast of Sweden. There's almost no trees or anything, it's just rocks. Beautiful in its own way. So I still don't know what to do here regarding the next port. If I'm stopping in Havstensund, which is just down the road here, or if I continue. I think I will have just a quick view in Havstensund, see if there's water available and the shop is nearby. In that case I might stop and just do my errands before maybe I continue. I think I will continue because it's such a beautiful day and the wind is favorable. So I went into Havstensund and I was lucky. I got my water, I got my provisions, and I got my beer. Unfortunately, I did not have kind of fresh bread and fresh meat and stuff like that. So I'm a bit tempted to find a good restaurant tonight, but let's see what we end up with. But first now, I will get going again after I've unpacked my stuff. Well, a swan is a swan, though this one looks a bit tired. Looks like she's been on a few adventures in her life. Well, on my way out, and I will see where we end up tonight. Trimaran coming there to give him some space. Well, so I have decided to sail to the small town of Hamburgsund, or it's like a village more or less, and I have not that far to go, about 4 miles, but we're not doing more than 4 knots anyway, so it will take me an hour. Just enjoying the landscape here, and this was what I was talking about earlier, these red rocks and very few trees. And out in the distance there we have the famous Vedarøyene, which is a very popular natural harbor, but it's like it's a harbor, it's a natural harbor for nice weather. It's not that nice out there when it's rough from the southwest. So can't wait to get to Hamburgsund and have a beer. Also, I'm entering the beautiful Havstensund. Havstensund, what am I saying? Hamburgsund. And it's a really beautiful place. The gas pontoon is a bit further in, and there's a cable ferry across the sound as well. So I have to be a bit careful. It's actually, not sure if you can see it, but that's the big sister of my boat, the Maxi 95. Behind that motorboat, or yacht should I say. So I tried to do a pre-booking, which was not possible after 10 o'clock this morning for some strange reason, but I'm quite sure there's a space available for me anyway. Let's see. So I'm moored in Hamburgsund. Quite easy to find a spot. It's quite as expected, everything was available, or most. An old folk boat next to me. And the good news of the day is that the Pizzaverket, it's a pizzeria up the street here, is open until 9 p.m. and I'm quite tempted to dine out tonight after a shower over there first. So that's the plans. Those are the plans for tonight. Also relaxing here with a book and a beer. I had my shower, and I had a pizza, and I'll see where the journey brings me further on. I have no plans. I might turn north again, or I might cross over the Skagerrak. The only thing which is for sure is that I will wait a couple of days, at least one day, because the weather forecast for tomorrow is not that good. So I might stay here in Hamburgsund for a couple of days, and we'll take it from there. So I'll see you guys later.